welcome back to another episode here with the Irwin Show. Respectfully, your host here, Irwin, and with my boy Rafael. How you doing, Rafael?
What up? What up? What up?
What's
I'm
going on,
good. I'm
bro?
good, man. How about you?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. How you been, man? What's going on?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. Today I'm gonna play video editor for your podcast. I'm just gonna
Mm.
sit back and relax and and enjoy the show, man.
yeah, yeah. Look, Rafa had some changes here going on, and I was like, okay. So you guys are gonna start seeing a little bit of changes here too, coming on board with the podcast as well.
Mhm.
And Rafael is going to be over here doing the background. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the background is different. He's making some changes. You guys are going to see that switching back and forth. Good job to the editor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And then most importantly, before we continue, let's go ahead and hit the like button, share this video, share with friends and family, or social media's accounts are right below as well. I mean, Rafa, I don't know what you took his off today, but okay, that's
No,
fine.
this is your show,
This
man.
is my show today, apparently. So
Yeah, yeah,
Rafa
yeah, yeah.
decided to do that. But yeah, come on, hit the share button with us and like it, and follow the social media and platforms here. So, without further ado, Rafael,
What
are
up?
you ready for a topic, bro? Are you ready for something going on here today? You
Yeah,
excited?
man. Yeah, I got your message, and I see here that you do want to talk about their tax changes. Was What do you think? What's going on? What have
Uh,
you heard?
so here's one thing that I want to talk about, and I talked to him, Rafa, about it. There's not much information about this tax bracket changes they're trying to make.
Hmm.
But in a way, you're trying to make it a convenient kind of method of see what's more beneficial.
Sorry, sorry.
What's more beneficial in on this if it's so they're trying to eliminate the tax forms how we usually pay with your taxes. Normally, how you take everything with the taxes, you do that. You pay your taxes after you get paid, you get deducted your taxes, whatever, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
So there was a rumor saying that the government is trying to make a change, and I'm not sure if they call it what exactly they call it, but I'm concerned. I think it's calling like a domestic tax formation or something like that's what they called it, which is different. So they're trying to make it into. It's not an official thing, but this is something I think people should be aware of this and kind of hear this out and see what they think about that. They're trying to make the taxes eliminate from your paychecks, but for example, I'm going to use an example. Let's just say you go purchase a TV. You go purchase like a $800 TV for home. Right now, you're normally paying about a what, $800. Let's just say for an example, you pay your taxes. You pay your taxes, and when you pay your taxes for that, it's about what $930, depending on the state that you live in, the percentage of taxes you pay. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make you pay instead of paying $130. They're trying to make you pay close to the amount of $500 or $600 extra on top of that. And this is just with everything in general. I don't know if I make myself kind of clear with that, Rafa. Does that make kind of sense? What I'm trying to explain?
Yeah. So this is some of the tax foundation.org Biden tax plan. So let's take a look here and see what the first result shows. Let me zoom that in for you. You see it better?
I do.
Okay.
So,
So the Biden administration has announced a number of tax proposals to fund new government investments such as infrastructure, education, and family program as a part of the Build Back Better, Building a Better America agenda. From analyzing the Build Back Better Act and Inflation Reduction Act to the U.S. Treasury International Tax Proposal. Tax The tax foundation experts continue to serve as trusted thought leaders, providing research, modeling, analysis, and commentary on how the Biden tax plan will impact the U.S. Competitive
competitive.
competitiveness. God damn,
I got you.
economy growth, tax revenue, and everything taxpayers.
So, so honestly, so here's the thing. My biggest concern with that is this. So you're paying approximately, let's just say, how much you're paying approximately for taxes, depending on the bracket you're in, right?
Mhm.
The higher the bracket, the more taxes get come out. and depending how many you're claiming in your taxes, right? So that being said, do you think you're going to be able to pay? You'll be paying more of a tax at the end of the year, or you're going to be paying less? I mean, regardless, one way or another, the United States government is going to have to find a way to make their money one way or another. So it's something that we really have to think about that, because this is technically not in our hands. This is completely out of our hands. It's a proposition they're making. This is not something
Hmm.
that I'm making up. It's just something that's bringing up. A lot of people are going to be like, I talked to a couple people in the past, like, bro, what are you talking about? We talked about this. I get it. But when the government is talking about something like this,
Hmm.
it's like something you have to kind of bring that to your attention and say, you know what? This is, could affect me in one way or another. So, I mean, let's just say a lot of average people pay what, roughly about what, 10,000, maybe even more, 15,000 in taxes per year on their checks. Do you believe that? I believe that this system, if it was to change, you might end up paying a lot more, because you're going to be spending a lot more money because you have the income, you got your taxes now. Now, how is that going to fall back on the tax bracket when you have to do your taxes? Are they going to eliminate that, or what exactly the direction they're going to go to? So, Rafa, what do you think about that? What do you think? How do you think that would happen? You think that would affect you in a way? Do you feel like it will be different for you?
Yeah, it would definitely impact me. It will be different. The sole reason, based on the what you're saying right now, is basically that if I buy a TV, let's say for 6.99, I will just pay 6.99. But later on, when we have to do our taxes, that means I have to pay taxes even more because I didn't pay for that TV. I didn't pay for the my monthly checks. They don't deduct it anymore, so I have to redo the taxes.
Yeah, so it makes you kind of wonder, right? How they're going to do that. It makes you kind of wonder, like, what exactly they're going to do. What are they going to make the process? That's one of my biggest thing. Like, and
Hmm.
this is thing you guys heard it here first. This is probably one of the first podcasts you heard this from. I haven't heard it from any other podcast, and I think it's good that you guys get to hear that. You guys may be saying you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I might not be talking about, but this is exactly something they're bringing up. And as Rafa was reading earlier, inflation is hitting really hard, and it's something that I think the government is starting to catch on. I think there's a lot of methods that people can actually do in the government to try to kind of get us back to a stable place financially for the government, that they can do instead of making things worse for inflation here. We don't want to go again to what is that called? It happened in 2008. 2008. You remember what is it called? Um, uh,
2008, the reception.
redemption. What is it?
Reception.
The recession. There you go. Sorry, I thought
Yeah,
you said
it's all good.
redemption. The
I mean, I
recession.
cannot say competitiveness.
The
So
recession, it's something you guys have, we all have to look in for that. you know what are the chances, what are the things that are going to happen, how are things going to turn out, what are we going to do, or so on, and I believe in one of our previous podcasts me and Rafa had, we talked about this before the year was over. We're like, look, listen, I'm not a professional financial person, but I'm going to tell you, hey, look out for yourself, because a lot of things are going to be changing. So my biggest questions is, hey, this is happening. This is the problem. How are we going to do to fix certain things? If you were to ask me, there's a lot of ways that could be fixed financially. There's a lot of ways that you can actually try to get some situation kind of money back into the United States government by helping one another.
mhm,
You can't turn this country without having the people that work for it. People that actually, workers, consistently working. The millionaires don't get richer by, just being millionaires. The people that are consumers, and so on like that. I think it's important that we look at things like this, because we don't know what's going to happen.
mhm,
So the whole research with this is, I just want to bring it up to you guys for attention for future references when it comes back out in the future. I do believe that this system is not going to make a lot of sense to people, because, like I said, I think in general, it's more money in your pocket. You're not going to realize that you more than likely will end up paying more taxes than what you actually were paying originally when they're getting deducted from your check. So we have to kind of build that boundary to see what exactly we're going to do, because we're going to see, well, some of us are going to see probably like $300 more, $400 more than our checks. Like, Jesus Christ, it's a lot. you know and then the tax bracket comes in. What are we going to do? How are they going to form the taxes? Does it mean that we have to keep receipts from everything, or what exactly? In a way, they can probably be doing it like a kind of like a business scenario. You're investing on something for yourself, and they probably put it in the taxes to claim at the end of the year. I'm not sure what they're doing, but that's something that I had in mind to talk about it because I wanted to put the followers here to actually listen to this and take it in consideration, just in case were to happen. What exactly and how are exactly you going to work yourself around this? But for me, for example, I don't know. I think it's just it will be more complicated because I feel like you have more of that financial freedom that you feel like you have that financial freedom to spend on whatever you want, and then you're not going to realize it. So again, this is just something they're bringing up for people's attention. The inflation is the biggest thing they're causing, trying to figure something out. Most of you guys know that homeowners, business owners, you guys are probably going through a hard time at the moment. It's the beginning of the year. January's been a lot tough. I've been hearing a lot of things. So just prepare yourself for some kind of changes in the tax formation. So that's something that I kind of wanted to bring up in the attention for this episode on this particular topic. But Rafa, like, you have any other things you want to think we'll talk about on this, just in general, that you may have any
Yeah,
ideas you may come across with that?
yeah. Right here, I do have the U.S. Department of Treasury, basically the tax policy, more information. The administration's revenue proposal to accompany the administration budget. The Treasury releases a green book, which provides an explanation of the administration revenue proposal. So here's the two PDF form with an Excel sheet. Do you want me to click on it?
You can. I mean, you can show us see exactly what we're working with in particular, and then that's another thing too. Is it going to change with different states as well? How is that going to go based on? There's a lot of things they're working on that. There's just a
Yeah.
lot. There's a
Do
lot of
you
things.
do you think this has something to do with what happened with Trump getting indicted? Like this is like kind of like a reforming all those tax forms that for so many years
See, and
people are governments are trying to get away with it, and Biden is like, fuck that, let's
And
stop this.
I like how you brought that up to the attention because
Hmm.
I'm glad because you and I think about that a lot, and I don't want to bring that up, but I agree with you. I feel like it has a lot to do with it.
Well, shit,
Just
dude, this is your show, you can bring
no,
whatever
but
up.
no, I'm glad you brought it up because you're helping me out here on this. But I feel like, for example, I was reading earlier something about Pence. You remember his vice president Pence? They found some things in Pence too,
Hmm.
something in his Pence in Colorado. So listen, I'm not trying to turn it into a freaking debatable, all about politics and stuff like that. But
Alex Jones, right here live. Just kidding.
but it's just kind of think about it. It doesn't make sense. A lot of things are happening, and I'm completely against a lot of things that, like, people are saying, "Oh, he's gonna go back for president." Okay, there's a couple things my man did good. I agree on some of the things he did. Okay, you were doing good, man. You were doing perfect. Certain things I didn't agree with the guy, and then they start getting the suspicious and so on, and classified documents and all everything like that, and having communication with Russia. And now this latest trend on Twitter that I just found out earlier was the Pence thing. They found some, you know, what do they call? Um, classified documents. I was like, what? What is going on? What is going on with this? And just in general, just kind of seeing things like that, it kind of makes you wonder, you know. And the thing is, it affects us, all of us that we live here, because whatever comes across on any kind of concerns with politics base, it's just something that I want to bring up for people's attention. I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter about Republicans, it doesn't matter about Democrats. We're all together, we live in the same country, we have different opinions. But if these things are drastically changing, you know, and hold on, see, there you go, you pull that up right now, you pull out some documents, and it just, to me, is like, I'll let you take over and read those for a minute if you can read them for me, and
Oh
just, you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's just like,
So
wow.
so according to the CBS Evening News, about a dozen documents with classified markings have been found at the Indiana home of former Vice President Mike Pence. The discovery comes as two special consuls are investigating the handling of classified material by President Biden and former President Donald Trump. And right now, it's playing a video that I don't think we're allowed to show. Another person that provided this information is also Tom Fiden, or whatever his name is. Uh, NBC or NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is a small number of classified documents were found in a private home of former Vice President Mike Pence, according to the letter his legal team sent to the National Archive. So, as you can see here, we have, dude, you see those fucking houses that they lived
Dude,
in?
I know. I was just about to say the same fucking thing, bro.
Like, yo, look at this shit. Look
That
at
looks
that
little.
fucking
That
house.
looks little, but it's fucking huge. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah. I mean, look at a four-car garage. I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject here, but I'm
That's
just
fine,
thinking,
bro. That's fine. That's it's true. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's just like it makes you wonder. Like
He,
there's a lot. I mean, we come from countries that they're corrupted as fuck, and you know that, Rafa. You know that for a fact, bro.
bro.
Our countries are literally fuck corrupted as fuck. Let's just say that. I'm saying it twice, but yes, I think it's insane to. I'm sorry, but somebody
I
that's
don't think
actually,
there's a fucking country that is not corrupted.
nowadays, I thought I live in one. I thought I was living in one, but apparently not.
Really?
I did.
Bro, no
I
way.
I did. I'll be honest. I did.
I
I
think when
felt
I
that
was
way.
18, I figured out, I was like, this whole shit is corrupted.
I just feel like now that I think that I mean, I feel like I got a little bit more mature and start noticing things like that. I didn't
Hmm.
really care for it in the past. But then you become an adult. You see how it can affect you, and like I said, some people may not agree with us on what we're saying, and that's why we're here. We're to say whatever the fuck we want. We're not gonna say anything bad. It's just reality. Like Rafa brought that up to attention. Look at this motherfucker, what house he has. A four-car garage, bro. Sheesh. Like that meme on Instagram. If you had a four-car garage, what four cars would you have in there? There it is. Is your perfect example. You know what I mean? It's just kind of
Mm,
like,
I think he has like a fucking V12 fucking 8 mile to a gallon kind of car in that
dude,
garage.
you wouldn't be surprised. Do you remember when he came Pence here to Utah? Dude,
Yeah.
they close all the roads and everything. But like I was saying, I just think in general, I think it's just something that it's gotten to the point that I can say the United States is filling
Mhm.
with corruption pretty bad, based on the government. And
Yeah.
it's unfortunate to say because, like I said in the past before, I feel like this country goes down under. I feel like worldwide, worldwide gets affected, and that's how I feel because I feel like United States always has to put their 2 cents on whatever is happening around the world, and this happening and classified documents, and things like that makes you question, like, are we even safe? Are we even
Yeah.
safe about anything like this? And it just makes you wonder, like, what is it that needs to be happening here? What is it needs to be changed? Who needs to take over control of this? I'm like, first of all, the classified documents should not even be leaving the White House or the Pentagon. That's why they call classified. I don't care if you're the president, vice president, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Things like that, it's kind of personal stuff. So it makes you wonder, like, are we secure about things? Are we in trouble about things? There's a couple things that I feel like, and some of these people, I don't know if I believe on them or not. It's like with those guys that can read the future. I don't know if I'm a big believer. Said a lot of
Yeah.
things and it kind of got me sidetracked to it. And he's saying this is not a good time for this because there's going to be something in the future happening. And it's going to be, I don't want to use the word, but he said, we don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to happen again. So it's like, that's kind of alarming. We already had something going on in 2000, 2001. We had going on things, Boston marathons. I don't want to see no more of this shit going on, because I don't even know how much we can take anymore. And now you don't know where.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. This never popped up as something that is trending. And also, I don't know if you know Edward Snowden also posted, how is it possible that I have a fewer classified documents in my house than the last few White House admins? Um,
Don't
the
ask me to say that.
Espionage
There
Act
you
is a strict liability crime. A good intentions are no defense. Under the under the law, these guys are all indicted criminals.
go. And why have they not? Like, what do you think about that? Like, you see what's wrong here? If
You
that
know
you know what I mean?
who Edward Snowden is, right?
Not too familiar who he is.
Okay,
Break me down who he
so
is.
So just a quick story about him, short story. He's the guy who literally released all this information to Wikipedia. Remember back in the early 2000s when somebody released a bunch of documents how the government was using cameras and
Yeah.
microphones to
Hmm.
spy on American people,
Hmm.
and they were denying it, and then he have to flee to Russia and be protected by the Russian people so he won't get arrested and killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
That was him. That
that
was
was
him.
him.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's right now being protected, but he lives somewhere in Russia. Like he went, like imagine trying to escape the US government without using any type of technology.
That is hard.
Yeah.
That is hard. That is the hands down hard. Like, but it makes you wonder. So why are you going to be chasing somebody that's kind of bringing the light and the truth out
Yeah.
when you know what I mean? It's just kind of like you start seeing things like that. What else is the government hiding? What else are they trying to get from us? It's just, and the thing is, we're just many people that will live in this country, millions
Mhm.
and millions of people. Their opinions may not matter, but this is the kind of facts you guys have to start seeing and realizing that things are not turning out good.
Yeah.
There's problems. Any classified stuff, for example, like I said, should not be allowed to leave a security building. A secure building, hands down, should not leave. And that's something to me that I'm not too sure what exactly how to feel about stuff like that. I mean, it's not really in our hands, but I just want to bring that out to people's attention. So if you have any comments about that and what do you feel about this, feel free to say something to us. We can definitely take a look at stuff like that and see what's your opinion about this.
Hmm.
And just in general, just never know what's going to happen. You never know what's the situation is going to be. But I do want to try to keep you guys informed as much as I can in a way that I know. So,
Another thing that I noticed is that on my feed of what's happening or what's trending, it's weird how this story about Mike Pence did not pop up. I have Mike McCurdy, I have Wilder, I have Patrick Williams, Porter, and then we got
ooh,
the Clippers at Lakers.
that's tonight.
So literally everything that is trending, I don't
Mhm.
have him trending at all.
I don't know why mine actually pulled up. I thought it was weird too because I don't even follow anything with that. So I thought it was kind of weird that it pulled up. I just clicked
Hmm.
it on the trending and it just pulled up. And I was like, like there's a couple of things, for example, right now that are trending that I'm not going to talk about, which is this one's kind of weird. Teen mom family reunion. I don't know why. Let's pull it up on mine. And then, yeah, see, the third one for me is Pence.
Yeah.
Pence is the one to pull up for me and Morty.
Yeah,
Morty.
this, ladies
So
and gentlemen, this is my Twitter right now, as you can see.
that's
When I
the,
log
that's
in, this is what I see. So I even got notifications going on. And look,
oh, hello there.
actually, this is Valerie
who,
Loretta.
who that? Oh, and she's in.
She's
Oh,
she used to be an MMA fighter
got you.
who went to the WWE. She's a Cuban girl.
Cuban American, huh?
Hmm.
Mm. Hmm.
That's why it popped up.
Did you
So
follow him? Now, here's another content, like to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, more exciting. Rafa, let's talk a little bit about this and see how you feel about that. As you all know, the NBA All Star is getting closer to Salt Lake City
mhm,
for the first time, and this is crazy. For the first time ever, they're doing two things, and this is crazy. Number one, they're doing the draft, the actual draft for the picks right there and then at the game. I've never seen that happen.
mhm,
Number two, they're making is they're preparing a presentation for LeBron James due to the fact that they believe the man is 224 points away from breaking the all-time record. So they're thinking about doing that. So what do
mhm.
you think about that, Rafa? And before I finish that too, I want to say this: the tickets right now are pretty pricey. If you want to see set up there with the Pidgeots, it's $1,400 a night a game for the game. So
I can pull
that
it up.
so that being said, since I just found out about the whole LeBron James presentation for him to be the all-time leading score record. Oh, there it is. See, look at that. First time ever NBA All-Star draft will be taking place live before the game. And
No,
my
what I got.
question is this, and I've never seen that, and that's pretty cool. I mean, we
Hmm.
normally have like what, a week or two to decide, you know, oh, this is gonna go there and this and this. But the fact is that they're doing that now, and then they're doing the LeBron James thing. I think it's pretty cool that they're doing that. Not because I'm just a fan of LeBron James. I just think that's pretty badass because I've never seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar play, so I wouldn't know what it's like. And I don't think we're gonna see a player break the all-time leading points from the NBA in a while. It's been years since that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking since this is happening now, think the tickets have increased massively, and it's unfortunate because overall, your team makes it to, like, let's just say an example. You want to see the All Star players play in an arena. So a lot of people can't afford to pay that. It's ridiculous. It's a huge amount of money. So some people will save their money for that. Like, okay, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
save my money for this. But do I really want to spend $1,400 on just a 2 hour, 3 hour game, or do I want to spend $1,400 on like a vacation? You know what I mean? So it
Mm-hmm.
makes it out of range. It makes it incredibly expensive. It's like the Super Bowl last year for parking at the SoFi Stadium was $10,000 just to park in the parking lot, dude. $10,000, and the tickets were going out for like $75,000, $80,000 a tickets. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about that? I mean, if you have the money to spend to go to events like this, great. You're living
Mm-hmm.
the life that you want to do. That's perfect. But for an average person that wants to go to an event like this, why sell the tickets so damn expensive?
So I found some tickets here on sale. We got the NBA crossover, NBA Rising Star. Do you want look? They even have a G League next up game, the All Star Celebrity and All Star Practice.
Yeah, I think the All Star Celebrity is going to be played somewhere else. No, no, it's not going to be at the Vivint, is it?
I think it is.
Is it?
Let's see, NBA Experience.
Yeah, bro, that's ridiculous. Yeah,
So
go
this is
ahead.
like a full experience, 25 days away. You can get a NBA come to Salt Lake for the first time in 30 years, February 17th to the 19th. Get closer. Let's see, weekend experience package. So the swing, you the veteran or by 2 day experience or by a 1 day experience.
Let's
So he
see. Dang, is
shoot.
that even after party
Oh,
too? God damn.
yeah, dude.
I didn't know they had all this shit.
I mean,
Damn.
let's see. Let's see.
Go
So
ahead. Just click
so
whatever one you want, bro.
the
Okay.
one you mentioned,
Okay.
Playmaker after party. So NBA All Star ticket, then the ticket to exclusive after party, and then NBA crossover.
Okay.
So let's
Let's
see
do
how
it.
much it is. Buy tickets, view sitting location.
That's all that's available. Holy
Um,
shit. Okay, just click one.
it wouldn't let me.
Don't tell me it's already sold out. Oh, there
Ugh.
it is. Ugh.
For
Ugh.
one person,
And that's the after
you
party.
and me. Let's go.
Huh.
Playmaker, after party, 2007, 2,800
And let's just say that looks that sounds better.
without taxes.
That's the after party though, right?
Yeah, no, it's not the after party. It includes the after party,
Hmm.
an NBA crossover, 1 day admission, and
In 1 month of NBA League Pass subscription. That's crazy.
why not?
Okay. All right.
And I think it includes one game too.
I hope I don't if
Yeah, see tickets to the All Star game.
so
So
that's
you
not
get to go to the All Star games. After that, you get like to go to the after party and NBA crossover. So I think the crossover is basically the event where you get to take pictures with all the NBA stars.
Mm, will you still pay for that? Will you?
If I
Average
had the
person.
money
Okay.
to,
Okay.
yeah, because you got to think about this, man. You also got to think about the experience. Like that's once in a lifetime.
I agree.
Uh, and not just here in Utah, but like let's say if next year you want to go to the one the following year, wherever that is,
Hmm.
it's additional because since we live in Salt Lake City, we have the ability of like not paying for hotel or anything like that, or a flight ticket. If we want to go to like let's say the next one's in Miami or New York, we have to buy a plane ticket. in a hotel.
Yeah, but you don't think it would be more expensive in New York? I mean, it's pretty expensive up there, bro. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
It,
So
you know that?
it wouldn't matter what other city there is. What do you think is the cheapest city? Let's say
Probably
Houston Rockets.
Texas.
Okay, let's say Houston Rockets. The
Okay.
next All Star will be in Houston Rockets. You will have to buy a plane ticket or any type of transportation if you want to fucking drive there,
Mm-hmm.
or buy a plane ticket or a train or anything like that. You still have to buy that ticket. You still have to get a hotel
Right.
unless you have like Airbnb or somebody who lives out there. You have to like move out there for that.
Yeah. See, and I see your point. I do see your point, but you know what I mean? But like, they told when we found out that we're gonna have the All-Star was like 2021.
Hmm.
We heard about it. And I wasn't expecting the tickets to be that ridiculously amount high. I mean, I feel bad for like for example, because I'll give you an example. I see your point. Because I was looking, for example, for the weekend in Arizona for the Super Bowl. Dude, the Motel Six. So one of the low ends hotels a night. They were charging $666 per night at a Motel 6 in Arizona.
Hmm.
And this is, I believe, it was in Phoenix, Arizona, downtown.
Oh
To
my god,
Yeah, I.
$10,000.
That's for the whole weekend, though, right? That's the whole week.
Cleveland19.com. The NBA All Star Weekend from $10 to $10,000. There's a ticket for everyone to do
Ugh,
something. And this is reported by Cleveland's Channel 19 News.
Jesus Christ.
The All Star
Oh my.
event are about to kick off in Oh, this is in Cleveland.
Yeah, this was in Cleveland. Yeah, this was in Cleveland, but it says on Vivid Seats, the most expensive. See if you scroll up a little bit, it says it was about
Hmm.
$10,385 for one seat, dude. It's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
And
So
it's just to me, like I said, I feel like the experience it defeats the purpose for a lot of people. They have, like you said, the one-time experience. There it is. Let's see that. Read that. That's actually an
how
interesting
much is
fact.
a ticket to the NBA All Star Game? On a secondary market price for the 2023 NBA All Star Game starts at 1,174 for 100 levels ticket on the baseline. Price for a hundreds level go as high as 2,400 on the sideline in section 133. Lower level seats starts at 3,462 in section 4 row 21.
God
100
damn.
level seats go as high as $9,576 for seats in section 6 row 9.
So does that come with like an autograph and autograph shoes and give it away from the basketball player or what?
I don't know, you might get a blowjob while you at it too. Fuck it.
You know what I mean? It's just like
You
like I said, it's you said something very important. It's a one in a lifetime experience. It is.
correct.
But the thing is, a lot of people they cannot just come up with that money. Even if I guarantee there's gonna be people that save their money for 2 years just to get there. I guarantee you that. But to me, it's just kind of like I don't have the money for that to pay for that. But
Yeah.
if I had the money to do it, of course, why not? I'll bring the people in with me, a couple friends. Hey, I got you. I got this, and this, and that. I had the opportunity to go to a jazz game and go to sit in an actual suite, like an actual suite. And Jesus Christ, the experience there, hands down,
Hmm.
way better than being a lower end, lower bowl. Unless you're like right on the court side, that's different. But just how you can to see everything, how people get taken care of. I'm like, damn, no wonder people like that stuff. But then at the time, it was probably like $2,400 for the game, but you got a bunch of people.
Yeah.
The people that can actually afford it, great for them. But there's people that we got to be more reasonable with this. There's people that actually want to see kind of things like that. There's fans that've been waiting to see stuff like that. I would like to go see LeBron James. I'm a big fan of LeBron James. This could be his last. We don't know.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So according to this graph right here that I have, Vivid Arena is the most expensive one. You can see
It's the most expensive.
2023 is the most expensive. The previous Rocket Mortgage of Fieldhouse it was like $400
That's
according to this. I don't know
mhm,
how accurate it is.
mhm.
But then 2020, it was United Center. Did they happen? Did they cancel the All Stars in 2020 due to the pandemic?
I think they didn't. I just didn't. I don't think they allowed a lot
Oh
of
no, no,
fans.
they didn't because
Because
what's it
people.
called? It didn't happen. The pandemic closed everything in March, not in
Mhm,
February, and usually it happens in February.
mhm.
All right,
Jesus
so
Christ.
yeah, it did happen on 2020, the All Stars. 2019, 2018. So the cheapest one was in 2017, Smoothie King Center.
That sounds funny. I don't know what stadium that is.
Oh, let me
Is
look.
that the that's not the Kings, is it? The Sacramento
That's what I was thinking too, but
Kings? What stadium is that? I've never heard of that stadium before.
I think it's the New Orleans.
Oh, it is Louisiana.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. That is weird name.
Yes, it is Louisiana.
Wait, who plays at oh, Charlotte, huh? Charlotte? Or
Louisiana? The
no, it's not Charlotte.
the
The
Pelicans.
Pelicans. Okay, yeah, sorry. I always got them confused, those two. I don't know why. I always did.
Well, the Pelicans used to be
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
used
no.
to be New Orleans Jazz.
Uh-huh.
Then the Jazz they sold the Jazz to Utah.
Utah.
Then
Mhm.
they start being the Hornets, the
Uh-huh.
Pelican Hornets. I think
The
that's your confusion. Let me take a look. New
the
Orleans.
the Charlotte Hornets, wasn't it? And then they went to the New Orleans Hornets, right? Something like that, right? That's when Chris Paul was playing with them.
Uh, let's take a look. Usually Wikipedia has all that info. So historically, can you read it?
Yeah, so New Orleans Hornets from 2002 to
Yeah.
2013.
hmm
Damn, that was weird. New Orleans, Oklahoma City Hornets. I don't recall that. Do you remember that? Because I don't remember that.
Oklahoma City Hornets. I think it was the transition between the Oklahoma City. Uh, I'm assuming that was the time where the hurricane happened. They had a
Ooh, okay,
hurricane, and so
okay.
they have to
Yeah,
relocate for the
Katrina. Yep.
Hurricane Katrina. They had to relocate.
Yeah, because Oklahoma was bought out by in Seattle because they were the Sonics, remember? And then they got them.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. That's what threw me off too there too. Okay.
hmm
So it makes sense. It makes sense of sense. But that is crazy that the stat you should show me. I thought it was pretty. So why is this one so expensive? Is it has something to do with Vivid being remodeled like crazy? It's
No, they're
been remodeled,
remodeling
bro.
for it, but
It looks badass. I'll tell you that. It looks pretty sick.
I haven't seen the remodeling.
Dude, it looks badass. It really does. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, it's nice. The remodeling.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 25 days for the All Stars in Utah.
But what do you think about that though? They're doing. I hope the prices don't go up higher because they're doing this kind of whole segment of the draft and live couple hours before the game, and then they're doing the presentation because they more than
They,
likely LeBron will.
they're not doing the draft. They're doing who gets to pick out of the draft, correct?
Oh yeah, something like that. That's what.
Okay.
So
They're
they're
not
picking.
doing the draft in the middle of the All Star.
No,
Like,
they're doing it. They're doing the draft the moment of. So they're doing it a couple hours before the live draft.
okay, so they're doing like for the number one pick of the NBA draft.
No, 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 not the not the
The
draft. Just the All Stars, the All Star game. You know how they did it last year when the captains picked their players.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
I'm talking
okay.
about. Yeah,
Okay, I
not
thought
the
you
draft.
meant
No, no, no,
like
no, 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 not
into
the NBA draft.
2023
No,
the
no,
Utah
that was
Jazz select, and I was
mhm,
like, wait, why are you doing the draft that soon? Like, it
no,
makes no sense.
no. So it's
Okay.
doing just the captains are picking their players who's going to play for that. That's the first time will ever happen. So being that
They already did that though.
the,
They did it days before though, right?
I don't think this. I don't think haven't brought up anything with the teams yet. So they're doing it as of the day of. So I think they're going to be bringing like switching. They're going to have everybody's jerseys and certain colors, and depending where they go, where they get drafted to, Team LeBron or Team
Oh,
Curry. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't
what
even know
are
what
the
the jersey's going to
jerseys
look like.
color?
Yeah, see another one. What are the jerseys going to be? You know, that's what to me is new. And then the whole LeBron James presentation, which I'm here. I would love to be there, man. To see this shit, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be badass. Once in a
Mm.
lifetime experience. But what does that mean? Is that gonna increase the pricings of these tickets for those who actually bought the tickets already? I'm like, sure, somebody offered me $10,000 for this ticket. Should I sell it? Would you sell it?
Oh, the tickets? No, I will go for the experience.
It's like I give you 20,
20 what?
20,000. I give you
20,000 for those tickets?
so you pay $1,400 for the ticket. You
Uh-huh.
have two tickets. Okay, you spend almost
Yes.
$3,000 for these
Okay.
tickets. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
somebody tells you they found out this shit right now. Hey man, I'll give you $10,000 for both of these tickets right now. Somebody else, hey, I'll give you 30. Would you do it? Would you sell
Fuck, man. I don't know.
it?
Because here's the thing. My daughter needs diapers.
I know. What would Tamara say? Like,
So
what are you thinking? Do
I,
it.
I, I know what my wife will say. Fucking sell them. But I know what I will say. It's a once in a life experience.
But what if you can actually sell those tickets and say, let's go to the Super
Dude,
Bowl?
what if I sell those tickets and I don't get to see an NBA All Stars ever in my life again? You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's
And you
it's
never get to
debatable, bro.
experience that shit.
Cool, Rafa.
Like,
I got 60,000 cash from you right now for those two tickets.
how much?
60,000.
Fuck it, I'll do it. Why not?
See what I'm saying? It was like,
No, 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 no. Because here's the thing. I'm thinking like, because I'm thinking like in a scenario where if I'm I'm doing this as a what's it called? Like if I spend $3,000 on those tickets, I'm doing it because I want the full experience,
of course,
and I'm bringing somebody with me.
of course.
And
Take me.
fuck no,
Wow.
just kidding. And so the but then if somebody comes, it's like, dude, I give you $60,000 for those tickets.
Mhm.
Of course, me and my wife will sit there and be like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Why not? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I have been to an NBA game. I have not been to an All Star, but I have been to NBA games. And I think it will be a whole different experience.
I agree.
It's just, I prefer taking care of my family versus that experience.
I think your priorities change, at that point. I think your
Hmm.
priorities gotta do change, worst case in your $60,000, it might not see a lot to a lot of people.
Dude,
That's
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 paying
that's
off my car. And
that's paying off your car. That's paying off. That's pretty much a lot of people's salary for the year. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And instead of doing that kind of stuff, it's a lot of money.
Hmm.
And that being said, it's just kind of like you can have a different experience of things. You can actually say, you know what, I can probably buy season tickets for next season here to watch all these all-star players come play. It's just depending on how you feel about things. I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that'll be like, you know what, I got this.
Yeah.
I'll pay you this money. It's just there's those fans that probably crying just by selling them because I'm like, dude, I work hard for this. But I'm like, dude,
Oh,
your
yeah.
hard work, your hard work is gonna pay you off. Somebody offers you, guarantee you, somebody's
Like
gonna offer you a
cash.
high up, yeah,
And
in
they will
funds.
like show you like here's the
Yeah,
deposit and you check your account. It's been deposited. Yeah.
yeah. It's just kind of like Rafa said, it's a whole different experience. I think it's just as a fanatic of it is, and like in my case, if that were to happen to me, I would kind of hesitate to be honest. I would.
But here's the thing though. This is my hesitation. What if like that day the person you sell the tickets end up saying end up meeting like LeBron James and every
Oh
single All Stars,
fuck,
and they're like start following you on Instagram and like
fuck,
do a
dude.
fucking live like, yo, follow my homie Raphael, follow my
See,
homie
what are the
Erwin.
what are the chances you go there in the podcast like, "Hey, we're here live. Hey,
We're
LeBron, can
doing
you let
we're here
you know
live
what
on
I
my
mean?
podcast,
That'd be some sick shit. I see,
and you
but
see,
but what are the chances? And depending, well, también. Let's put it this way: where are we gonna be sitting on the tickets? I mean, I'm assuming,
I mean, this is why it will be important people like us to when we buy the ticket to buy like the crossover where you get to meet NBA stars
damn, I
and
forgot
you
about
can
that.
be like, yo, you have a lot of followers. Is it possible that you can plug in my show?
That'd be crazy, huh?
And then be like, no, I just have a pot. And then
Okay, Ralph, I like the way you think.
I mean, it's $1,500. I'm gonna fucking plug my. I'm gonna have T-shirts with my fucking logos, say, like talking with Raphael, with like the barcode that is on your like as your background screen,
Right.
so that way like they can scan and they can like look it up your podcast and shit. So it will be like I will be wearing T-shirts like that, or if I'm
Yeah.
wearing a hoodie, I will be wearing a hoodie with that kind of logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not just 1,500; it's 1,500 plus the experience you get. plus people following you. If you have like a big ass barcode on the back of your of your
Shirt.
hoodie,
Mhm.
how many people are gonna be scanning? Like, oh,
Oh
what's this
yeah,
about?
yeah.
What
I
is this
guarantee you
about?
that. See things like that. You know that's something that I can see where you're coming from with that for sure. You know that's
Yeah,
something that will if that ever happens, bro, just keep that in mind. Okay, keep
yeah.
that.
I'm working on the t-shirts and the hoodies right now. I want something like that where like wherever I walk, if I have my hoodie on or my t-shirt on, people can like, oh, what is that barcode about? And people can scan it.
Yeah, and then we're actually thinking the another one that we were talking about too of air. Rafa was actually, and this one was pretty good. We're thinking about actually putting something in our cars, an actual barcode itself. If you ever see us driving on the streets, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have both. You know, whatever it is, just put them all together. You know, that would be something cool. You know, just to kind of get some feedback. You know, and that's a crazy. That you're making me do. I'm daydreaming on that experience you're giving me right now, bro.
Yeah, dude. So
Just
here's
give me.
another daydream for you, man. Here's
Ooh,
allegedly the jerseys for it. I
I like
like the fucking I
the
like the All
logo.
Star jersey.
Yeah, they're sick. They're sick as fuck.
If it's this, I think those jerseys are gonna be sick. But
Yeah. Yeah.
usually it has been like this.
Hopefully, come up with some cool shit, man. That'll be
Hmm.
nice to see how some good shit, some good designs and so on. You know, I think will be dope. Having something like that, some kind of experience like this, it would be
I
sick as shit.
I think this will be a cool design, especially bringing back the old school city edition from Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
and then something like I think like instead of black, it should be white,
Yeah. Yeah. Something more like
like
kind of like a
still with that
Utah stuff.
effect
Yeah.
of like kind of
Hmm.
like a snowy effect. I don't know how to describe it,
Yeah.
but it would be way better. Actually, let's go to this guy here. This is
There
the
you
guy
go.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
This
This
is
dude,
one of the jerseys that he designed.
that shit's badass.
LG.
And then
Hmm.
for those of you guys don't know this, Rafa brought up to me in a good attention, and I thought it was pretty good that he actually brought that up. The actual jersey itself looks exactly like our license plates here in Salt Lake, in Utah. Tell them more
Yeah,
about it, Rafa.
he actually did say decided to do a Utah Jazz city edition, city jersey based on the Utah license plate and inspired by Brandon Guyton
Dude,
design.
I didn't even notice the skier. I just noticed him right there. Yeah, I just noticed him.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, so see that's the basic, pretty much like the basic as plain as possible as it can get for the license for the actual plate. But it looks pretty cool.
Oh, look at this concept one.
Is that blue or purple? Blue in the bottom?
Ah man, I cannot zoom in.
You can see it better. I know it. Is it green on top, like a light blue and like a purple? Is that what it is? I can't really tell.
Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, sorry.
Dude, that bottom one looks badass too, by the way.
Oh, the bottom, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this looks sick.
This one is like green with blue and the mountains.
Hmm,
It looks sick.
it does.
Oh, this one right
That
here.
one looks badass. That one,
Yes.
if that one comes out, and I'm
I
waiting
don't
for
think
some.
it comes out. I think like if anything, if that dude is selling that jersey,
Well,
fucking wear
dude,
it.
get it to freaking Nike. Nike, look at this shit, man. This you guys are the main priority people here. You guys are because we don't have a home jersey. We don't have like an actual. Damn, bro. Is that Kyle Korver? That looks like Kyle
Yeah,
Korver.
this
Looks like
is
Kyle
back in the day.
back in the day.
Oh my gosh, all these designs. Look,
Damn,
if
dude.
I don't know if you can see the
Yeah, I
top
can
corner right here, but this is how like the Utah Jazz is.
right
But
now.
look
I
how
have it.
many times he designed it with black. Oh, number 19
Yeah, that shit's sick.
with the beehives. Oh
That is
shit!
badass. The beehive. I mean, I
And
feel
then
like
the
something
yellow.
respect for, like that, like in Utah, like that thing will be badass. To have something that kind of represents the state,
I'm
I
gonna
think it's
share.
some.
I'm gonna retweet this shit, man.
You better, because I'm gonna do that shit now too. That shit looks badass.
Uh,
Damn, that shit looks sick, Rafa. Let's see. Hell, I want to populate it.
so let's take a look. This is a compile of all the jerseys concepts. I'm assuming because
Yeah.
some of these jerseys we haven't seen in our life. Like,
No.
look, number 44 up here is the current one that we're wearing.
Circle it.
That they're wearing.
Move your circle, your mouse, so I can kind of see. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. I see it. Okay.
Mm.
That blue
And
one's
look,
pretty badass. On the corner, the bottom below, the one below, right below where you have your. No, you were.
so no, hold on.
Oh.
So this one right here
Uh
is
huh.
what we wear.
Uh
But look
huh.
how many other design has it been. with just the white one, and then continues with the white. But which one you were talking about?
That
Like this
blue,
one right
that
here.
one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's
That
what I
one.
was telling you.
That was sick.
Something like that with because technically the Utah Jazz used to wear blue, like right here,
Yes,
number 45,
yes,
I think,
yes,
or
yes. We
even
did.
number 8. We used to wear that kind of jersey. So if we bring like some sort of like snowing, like next to the 45 over here, where my mouse is, with that effect, like the
Yeah,
blue on
that
top,
that
and then
affects
bring in
badass too.
white, that would be amazing.
Sorry, I'm going to your page real quick 'cause for some reason, there we go.
Hmm.
Dude, do you
So,
see that one on the road? Oh, okay. The second. Oh, damn. So the one that says SLC. You see the one that says SLC next to number 7 on
dude, you
black letters?
gotta
So
what
scroll.
color?
So it's black and it has like a gold letters SLC number 47. So it's the road
So
before last.
black.
All the way, go down. Keep going down.
So
Then go way down, down, down.
on the bottom,
Right.
okay.
Okay, on that line, on that lane. Keep going to the right. Right
SLC
there.
right here.
That one looks badass. And then dude, this is crazy. Some of these
Yeah, dude.
designs are
I'm still stuck
insane.
with the first two rows, man. There's so much better designs on the first two rows.
That beehive one that you call out, now that I'm seeing closer, looks badass.
Yes. Because
That
it's
looks
so,
badass.
ladies and gentlemen, it's this one right here where the mouse is right now. It's Utah, number 19. And on the side, it has the beehive because we're the beehive state. So it kind of brings like, and it has the same colors as like the current colors. Actually, the yellows are kind of different. It's not the neon yellow, but even with the neon yellow, it will still look amazing.
Yeah. So for those of you guys right now that Rafael put it on his Twitter, I'm also putting as well with Twitter. I'm putting a Rafa tag along with us as well on the Twitter account, so you guys can see these batters since we don't can have a better picture. But check them out. Follow the Twitter account right now. I'm gonna retweet it. But those jerseys are sick as hell.
Oh my
I
gosh, dude.
can't have no complaints.
Look at the green one, number 27. I'm gonna move the mouse. You see my mouse?
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. Hold on right there. Hold on right.
It's like, so the jersey is
Oh
green,
shit. Yep.
the letters are purple, the mountains is like the shadow part is purple, and the
Uh-huh.
mountains are white. And then you have the letters white. I don't know why you do the letters white, but the mountains are white.
What about the
Fucking
one
beautiful.
below? The one with the
The
with
f-
the with the arch. That one's kind of weird, huh?
I think that's somebody shooting. I can't see you well.
It looks like it's actually like the arches. So it says Utah is the
Yeah, the
arches.
science arches.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
would be dope. But see, over here where the mouse, I moved the mouse, the black
That
with,
one's sick.
oh, dude.
That one's badass. The old school. No, and
I,
like I
I
said, I
honestly
feel
would
like
have bought two of these, man.
seriously, and whoever was in charge of these jerseys, guys, these jerseys that we're seeing right now here, goddamn, these are badass. Hands,
Hmm.
even the one on the last road. Most people won't understand the last row is the colors of the United States. It's blue, white, and red. Right next to the white
Right
45.
here,
Oh, yes.
number 23.
Yeah, it has a beehive. That is sick as hell. That is one badass jersey that kind of describes. I feel like these jerseys have to
Hmm.
describe a lot for what the actual team is, where they're
Hmm.
from. And I feel like these kind of things, like me and Rafa get excited for this because we live here. We know we see a lot of things that I feel like a lot of people don't know about the state of Utah.
Yeah.
This describing it here, how it shows it here, I think is perfect. I think it's perfect how it's been going on with that. So might as well we're having these topics right now, real quick, Rafa. What do you think? You think there's going to be some trades coming here for Utah? You think
I
something's
think
going
so. I think,
to what do you the cat's fight?
yeah, of course.
Oh shit.
Sorry guys, we being distracted here
Yeah.
by my Twitter account. Um,
Sorry,
I
bro.
think no. I think the trades are coming. I think the NBA, Danny Ainge has something in the background planned out. I already have personally. I have a list of the people that needs to be traded. Um,
Let it out. Let it
I
out.
think like
Let it out.
no, I will.
There you go.
I
Oh
want to
shit.
like illustrate it for you
So
guys.
for those who know that Raphael is the type of person that writes everything down, so here comes something he probably already has written down. Am I wrong?
No. You're
See,
wrong.
I'm not wrong. See, so Rafael already has all this
Team
shit written down.
rosters.
So for you guys who know this, Rafael writes every single damn thing down.
But
So
yeah,
here we
dude,
go.
it's good to take notes.
Yeah.
All
So
right, so for me, unfortunately, I would trade Jordan Clarkson because his value right now is really high, so we can actually get better picks and get like someone else.
you're gonna trade him?
Yeah, we'll trade him.
Oh man,
Right now, I think no, I will keep Horton Tucker. I will keep him.
he's good. He's doing good.
Yeah, Malik Beasley. I think he's in names of getting traded. I think Alex Walker will keep him. Jared Vanderbilt, I think he's getting traded. Definitely trade Mike Conley.
Damn.
No, dude. Listen, I love Mike Conley, but he's not being the same. Unfortunately, this is a business.
Yeah.
And look, as a business person, I honestly would have traded him to a team that he can win a championship. Same with Jordan Clarkson. Like, if I trade those players, it's like, dude, thank you so much for what you did for the Utah Jazz. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
No, like, tell me where. Even
Uh-huh.
if I have to make a three or four team deal, I'll make it possible for you to land there. And that's it. Like, that's how we'll talk to Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson. Uh, Rudy Gay, I will trade him. Um, Dude, I think that Ochoa, no, I'll keep him, and Kelly.
Olenek.
Oh yeah, I would trade him.
You know who I'm glad you didn't say you would trade? I like this Abaji. Agbaji, he's looking pretty nice, number 30.
Ochai.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is looking solid, dude.
Hmm.
He is look like he's gonna be a potential future good player.
Here's the thing, though. He's only 22,
Yeah. He's playing really good. I mean, that game I was at.
24.
Yeah,
Our
youngster.
rookie, 21. He looking way better than
Yep.
Rudy Gobert, dude.
Yep. Yep.
This dude is unfortunately. I think his time is up. I think like we need to trade him. This guy hasn't even played. He's 21, but he's 21. He has a future ahead. Oh, we have more players. Oh, head coach. No, I will not trade him.
I
I'll
would
keep
not
that
trade.
head coach. I'll keep that.
Yeah.
No, because right now I feel like Will Hardy's duty right now is to Danny Ainge. What do you want me to do? Okay, cool. I'll do that. Basically, like Danny Ainge is telling him, "Hey, I want to increase the value on Jordan Clarkson. Start him a few times. I want you to give I want you to give this guys more minutes. Um, let's see
He's
what Rudy Gay is holding back. Let's see what he can bring us. Uh, Udoka, let's see what he brings.
yeah.
23. This guy
Oh, we're
is
hella young. Holy shit.
36. See, the only players I'm trading is the ones above 30.
Yeah.
36. This guy is still 25. 27. 35. 22. We have a young team, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
26, 24,
They do.
23,
Really young.
24, 30, and 22.
They do have a really young team. That's for sure.
So basically, the players I want to trade are the ones that are above 30.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact Jordan Clarkson did say he wanted to stay in Utah. I think the only thing is with him, he just wanted to make sure that some kind of agreement was done. Some kind of
Hmm.
agreement wants to be this preferable. He prefers to play
Dude,
here in Utah, but what? What's
look
up?
how many guards do we have?
Too many.
Too many. So
Way too
we can
many.
trade a few. And I feel like, what do you think Jordan Clarkson can land at?
If you look at the caliber, I can kind of see him going back to LA.
LA?
I
Me
feel
too.
like LA can really use him, Jordan Clarkson.
From the
But
bench, right?
then yeah, but I feel like I think the Lakers right now are working on trying to figure something out this offseason to try to get Clay Thompson to come on board. So I don't think
Mm.
I don't know. It just depends on that. I think he could land in LA as a competitive team, or he can even probably down in Dallas. You know, he can probably go in
Well,
Dallas too as well.
Russell Westbrook contract is coming up to an
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
So that salary, whatever salary he was waiting on Russell Westbrook,
yeah.
can go for Clay Thompson.
They can go for Clay Thompson. That's what I'm saying. This is something they like. I think they want to see something kind of going on like that as well too. So I mean, overall, just I wouldn't want to see the man go. I mean,
Hmm.
they pretty much went to a whole rebuild stage. We were
Yeah.
all bummed out about that, and I think what most of us are kind of shocked because I believe the ESPN did actually provide us with they estimated that the Jazz were going to have 29 wins this whole season. So
Hmm.
far, I think they're about 27 wins they have won so far, and it's not even halfway through the season. So I mean, I feel like they're doing pretty good on that. And you
Let me
say
take a look.
we have the trust on Danny H. What is it?
We're eighth place right now.
25th,
We're
25.
even 25 even.
So I mean, they were predicted to be 29 overall. So I mean,
Do
that
you?
and this is the shocking part to me. How
Hmm.
Phoenix is 24 and 24, and they
They're
have a
having
really good team.
troubles, dude.
They have a really good team.
But
There's a
they're
lot of
having
property.
troubles.
Yeah,
They
bad.
they they have locker room problems, and I think what's it called? We have players out there that I think they try to trade Aton to us.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's see what Gus says. Quick side note: y'all still them boys, Irwin?
Hey Gus, listen, man, and you don't hear this from me a lot, so I'm gonna tell you this, okay? So I want to say this, and I want to say this because I don't like either of the teams. Y'all both can go to hell. But I feel like if you guys get it together, I feel like you guys will be the 49ers. And I kind of want you guys to do that so you guys can lose in the Super Bowl to the Bengals. So let's go Eagles on that one. Ugh, that sounds ugly for me to say that. That's horrible. I can't believe I said that. But forget you. Don't ever say that again. Rafa, one last thing I
What
wanted
up?
to ask you.
What up?
So, and I want to make this a quick, brief thing.
Hmm.
But then here's another thing. I'm not gonna talk about the whole Shakira and Piquet thing, but I do want to bring this up. How come Colombian girls, bro? Damn, bro, these Colombian girls, and I'm gonna put it Colombian because you're Colombian.
Okay.
Two Colombian girls, two made songs to their exes, and damn, one of them was La Bichota, Carol G,
Yeah.
para para Noel, and I hit hard.
What song?
¿Cómo se llama la canción? Se la cantó. Ay, ¿cómo se llama la pinche canción? Se me olvidó.
We got Gus saying "Fly, Eagles fly."
Yeah, you're just gonna fly.
You know, you got Butterfly saying
Fuck
"Go
no.
Eagles."
I feel like throwing up, bro.
Hey,
But
dude,
anyway,
let me ask you something.
mm,
Is there like movies with the Dallas Cowboys at all?
yeah, the Little
Because
Giants, remember?
okay, I thought the Little Giants was the like I never remember like who was the opposite
Yeah,
team, but I
yeah,
remember
now you
Little
remember?
Giants
And
was
the Cowboys.
literally
Cowboys.
okay because I was thinking like, yo, we don't the Giants, the New York Giants don't have a fucking movie out.
Yeah,
But then I was like, oh, Little Giants,
that movie
but
was
that's
funny
it.
though, bro. That movie was funny.
But see, I think like the Eagles had like
Yeah.
a, a most underrated movie, which is with Mark Wahlberg. That
Yes.
Incredible. I think
Yes.
that was a great fucking
It
movie,
was a good movie.
even though it was against my Giants.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
It is.
I because I seen it many times.
Mm,
Because I
yeah.
tell you what, if I wasn't a Giants fans, I would have been an Eagles
Ugh.
because of the movies, man.
See, this is the thing is I can't stand. Okay, look, I'm not saying the Cowboy fans are ignorant because we are. Some of them are very
Yes, you
ignorant.
are.
But listen to this. Niner fans right now, I swear to God, they're the worst. They're one of the worst between debating right now. Who's the worst fans right now? Between the Eagle fans and the Niner fans are the ones debatable for me. I don't know why. I just feel like, oh, the Eagles
Here's what
are
I
the
have to say about that comment, dude.
okay.
If the Eagles would have went against the Dallas Cowboys, you would have complained how bad the Eagles fans are.
No,
But since they
regardless,
went against the 49ers, that's
dude,
why you're saying
no,
that.
no, no. It's the same thing. Even as Gus, I always have talked shit about the Eagles all the time.
You seen even the official Twitter of Dallas Cowboys saying Doc is trash.
So I have no comments to that because I feel like
What?
regardless, it's like and just to break it down, just to kind of answer your question real quick, Gus. I feel like the problem is Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott don't combine together. They don't work together well. They don't. You have to let go one, either Kellen Moore or Dak Prescott. It's not working. And here's where I see it. Kellen Moore has made some fucked up decisions. I'm sorry to say that's what he has. He has said some fucked up shit. Dak Prescott cannot play under pressure, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna talk shit on the man. You know, it's not going to talk shit on him. There's something needs to be changed there. drastically. But I can tell you, either you lose one, but you cannot lose both. You either lose Kellen Moore, and I'm kind of aiming more to Kellen Moore. Prefer to keep Dak Prescott. Give him one more year. Okay, one more year. But now your problem is you're not consistent and you can't play under pressure. And I'm sorry to say that, but I don't feel like he's trash. But I just don't feel that the system he's on right now is gonna work for him. So that's me being saying that. So I don't know. I don't know. But back to what I was saying, Rafa. Um, so
Go for it.
even though I feel like the Niner fans itself, they've been through this road before. They went to the Super Bowl. And I remember that Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Bro, they were talking shit before the game was over. 10, they were up by 10. Every time they're talking shit. And all the time. They always have something to say. But clearly I'm gonna call them out right now and tell them, look, listen, you guys are all hyped up right now. The reason why you guys are there is not because of Purdy. And here's another thing. The Eagles are preparing yourselves because they watch you guys play against Dallas and you guys had a hard time playing against Dallas. The fact is this, we stopped McCaffrey, we stopped Debo. Your defense helped you guys alive. And with two interceptions you guys had, you guys couldn't even capitalize as much. So you guys really have to think about that. Is Purdy really a person you expected to play? The Eagles they haven't played nobody, and I told you this, we talked about this yesterday. The Eagles haven't played nobody that you can say, oh shit, they're good. So I feel like instead of this time, you guys face the Cowboys, one of the best defense in the league. Now you guys are going to play the Eagles, and guess what? Jalen Hurts can run, and he has a lot of weapons. So you got to really think about that because you guys are getting too hyped up for everything. If you guys make the Super Bowl, congratulations, that's good. But the fact that a lot of people, a lot of professional commentators, are bragging so much about Purdy, you guys got to really check yourself. Yeah, the dude hasn't thrown no interceptions, nothing like that. Okay, cool. But the guy didn't even have 200 yards. It's the same thing Garoppolo did last year too against the Cowboys. He didn't throw a touchdown either, and they won. And what happened the following game? Is what I'm saying. You guys have to really think about stuff like that. You're pointing fingers at one player instead of focusing on everybody else. And I think the Eagles itself, and if this is how the Eagles are going to be, okay, this is a tough team to actually, um, the teams are going to be actually battling it out. You really got to figure out the Eagles because the Eagles have several weapons. There's a lot of mistakes from Cowboys, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of offensive mistakes that happen. I'm being a real fan, and I'm not going to be ignorant. But at the same time, you guys got to really look at the problem here. Those mistakes that happened with Dallas, you guys couldn't capitalize. You guys cannot do that to Philadelphia. And we can tell you that Philadelphia and Dallas are identical how they play because they play in the same division. But Philadelphia is prepared for things like this, and they just showed you against the Giants. The Giants didn't show up. Barkley, one of the best running backs in the league, didn't do shit. So you guys gotta have to
Careful.
look at that way. So
Just kidding. Gus has another comment for you. Purdy is a rookie, and the pressure is going to get
exactly.
him. Yeah,
Exactly.
great
It's
point,
exactly
Arlen.
my point. Everybody's pointing that he's actually going to be the reason. Right now, everybody's expecting him to explode, but nobody's really putting attention to that, man. Nobody's really putting the capital and understanding the fact that he has not played under pressure. When he was getting the pressure against Dallas, he wasn't doing shit. He really wasn't. But that's what I'm saying. ESPN and all these analysts are very biased about things. And then I saw the same thing saying, okay, here's another example. They said um, Josh Allen is a Hall of Famer, but Dak Prescott is trash. But you compare the last two games they had against, he had against Miami and in the following game against the Bengals, he had worse stats than Prescott, and he didn't get chewed for that. So that's why I compare them to those two a lot because I feel like they're good quarterbacks, but they can't play under pressure, and I'll admit that. So I think right now, like hands down, right now, this is something that the hype of the whole Niner gang should really consider and stop being so biased and oh, we're going all the way. The reason why you're there is because of your defense, not because of what Purdy's doing. Your defense has proven to you why. So get yourself together, stop being so ignorant. And honestly, I have the Eagles winning by 10 on that game. And you don't hear me cheering for the Eagles. All you guys know that, and you know that, Rafa. I don't cheer for the Eagles at all. So
Yeah,
why am
he does.
no, I don't.
He has a bunch of underwear that it says Eagle for life,
Hell no. But
and he has a bunch of jerseys from the Eagles.
no, fuck it. America, Eagles. America,
Ah,
Águilas.
yeah.
But yeah, no, good luck to your team, Gus. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they do kind of win, because the only reason why we sound like to see you guys win a Super Bowl will be your second one, so I don't have to worry about the Niners. But I would like to see Bengals against you guys, so because I feel like Joe Burrow is gonna definitely beat Patrick Mahomes. What do you think, Rafa? Who do you have on that?
On the Bang, which game?
Both Niners, Eagles, and Bengals against the shoot. Sorry, Chiefs.
I say the
Fucking Gus.
between the 49ers. What was the? And let me take a look
Yeah,
here
go ahead,
because
bro.
I'm talking out of my fucking elbows
Fuck,
right now with all this
fucking Gus
shit.
is like smart man.
Um, look, pulling it up, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we have for the NFL. What is the schedule? So we have. Damn, come on, work for me. Okay, there it goes. All right, 49ers versus the Eagles. And then Cincinnati versus Kansas. I think last conversation on our previous podcast episode, I mentioned that I want to give it to Cincinnati and the Eagles by 3 points each.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So like I want to give Cincinnati whatever the score is. Cincinnati's going to win by 3 points. And the Eagles, whatever the score is, I want to give it by 3 points. So we're going to see the Eagles versus Cincinnati.
See, that would be great.
Or wait, did I say Cincinnati or Kansas?
I think you said, I don't know. I can't remember what you said,
I
but
can't
just
remember
reinstate it right
either.
now. So who do
But
you have?
dude, I kind of want to give it to the people at home because I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan, man,
Yeah.
and not a
But,
Kansas City.
but do you know?
Patrick
Do you
Mahomes.
know for a fact that Joe Burrow is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes, right, in his career?
Wait, who?
Joe Burrow, the quarterback for the Bengals, he's
Mm-hmm.
undefeated. He has not lost to Patrick Mahomes.
See, this is what I don't understand about NFL. Why we comparing two fucking quarterbacks? They don't even play against each other.
That's the NFL. That's
Like
why
it's
everybody's
not
watching,
like
bro.
Joe Burrow is gonna go on the defense line and start like tackling fucking Patrick Mahomes
Yeah,
or vice versa. So that's why I'm saying like I don't understand that comparison. It's like literally like
it's a different team. And
yeah,
the only thing I
it
think that makes it feel better with the Bengals is the fact that, like, to me, with Joe Burrow is because a lot of quarterbacks has been okay.
all right.
See, we're in the
Gus,
same place.
ladies and gentlemen,
I was
Gus
going to
just
ask you
said
that too.
who's picking. That's who I'm picking to go to the Super Bowl. Bengals versus Eagles.
What's your final score on that game, buddy? I want to know that too. But let me get back to that. So I feel like the Bengals itself have had a lot of quarterbacks through history.
Hmm.
Before Joe Burrow came in, I think one of the best quarterbacks they had was Jake Palmer, who was one of the best quarterbacks they had at the time.
Hmm.
But the whole comparing shit, and that's why it comes across to me with the whole Dak and Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a badass quarterback. I don't take that away from him, but he's a human, man. He makes mistakes. But then again, the same mistakes that have been happening with the Cowboys for the last 5 years is happening with Bills. Same exact shit. It's a rotational thing. But I feel like last time Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Rams. I think it's a redemption for him. I think that's how I see it for them. Bring a Super Bowl to a new town. I'm okay with that. And that's why I picked in that case the Super Bowl to be Bengals Eagles. I would like to see the Bengals because it's something new. You Eagles fans know how they felt. Many years they were in the league. They won the first Super Bowl. Holy shit. They destroyed their city. I remember that. It was crazy. My team hasn't won a Super Bowl for years. Your team won a Super Bowl and beat you're the kryptonite of Tom Brady, which I love to say that, by the way, because that's my favorite fucking thing to say. So, and I don't know, just to me, I think that this game. Oh, you were talking. Oh, you're
Yeah, sorry.
go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, but we haven't won since then. I
I know,
prefer
but you
being
beat Tom
someone
Brady
else's
though.
fucking kryptonite.
You beat Tom Brady, bro. You beat Tom Brady.
I
That's the most important thing.
I
That is
know.
the most important thing. And
But
and
right now I'm checking to see what was their what was the Bengals standing when it comes to what's it called for the 2020 season because that's when they drafted what's his name.
Joe Burrow, no.
Yep.
hmm
So
His first year, I think he didn't play. Actually, he did, and I can't no, can't remember. But he did pretty damn good, bro. For his rookie year, respects. You know,
yeah, I'm trying to take a look here and see. Uh, yeah, Super Bowl. Yeah, that was a Super Bowl. So 2020 season NFL. Yeah, man, this is kind of
What are
crappy.
you looking for? What are you looking for? Like,
The standings,
oh,
right,
for 2020 standings, you can just go on the thing in the NFL and it should give you the standings for 2020, bro.
on the
Should.
NFL.com.
Yeah, it should be able to give you that. I think it goes back to like 3 years, so you should give you that.
So standings. Come on, later. I don't want to subscribe later.
And then to switch to 2020,
Damn it,
should be able
booked
to
the wrong
switch it.
one.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do the league. So yeah, how did Cincinnati get the first pick?
No, so it must have been the year before when they got the first pick because they were so ended. So he got drafted.
So
Yeah,
he got drafted 2020.
2020. Yep.
So the year before. Okay.
There you go. Damn, what was it? Oh,
Uh, the Bengals.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, that's
Two
how
and
low.
14, bro. Jesus. Look at that huge turnaround from 2019, bro. And then look at the remaining when Joe Burrow started. Same thing with Josh Allen. Isn't it crazy? Same with Patrick Mahomes. Same exact thing. It's just it's crazy to me just to see stuff like that. You know,
Let's take a look.
Tyler Lawrence, second year, I think he's in the league.
Yo, crazy how the Jacksonville went from like
I know.
last place to the playoff this season.
And you know why? Doug Peterson, the old coach of the Eagles that wanted to them to the Super Bowl, is their
Mm,
coach now. And that dude has got him together. There it is, Mr. Burrow.
yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, and Chase Young, and I think the Eagles took that day that year. They took the quarterback that was a Cowboy fan who was going to be playing in the NFC Championship, Mister Jalen Hurts. I believe that's the same year. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man, but I do say that I wish the best for that guy. And I'm actually rooting for him just because I feel like he's a good player and he has that freaking like mentality. Just he's like to me, he's gonna be a badass quarterback in
Do you
his
think
career.
the Dallas Cowboys needs to tank to get a quarterback?
I don't think they're already young. I didn't know this by the way. So the average year for the Cowboys is 25 years and 11 months. No, 25 years and 6 months. So they're the third youngest team, which is weird to me. Weird as shit, you know. And I was like, what is this? A lot of young players.
You
I
can see
just
my
feel like,
screen, right?
yeah, I can see your screen. I just feel like there's a couple of players that I think that you need to go ahead and get off. I think that Ezekiel needs to either take a paycheck cut or needs to go. He had made it very clear this morning that
Trade
he
it.
wanted to take he wants to take a paycheck cut. He wants to stay in Dallas. So he's being smart because he hasn't showed up. And I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Zeke, but I'll be admitted. If you're, it's a business, just like you said, it's a business. If you're not affecting and you performing the way you should be performing, I'm sorry, my man, it's time. But he is exactly he's 31 years old, right? Is that what it is? Is that how old he is? I don't remember how.
That's his arm.
Oh
He's
no,
27,
27.
dude.
Sorry, he's 27, so he still has potential. I don't know what the hell's going on with the man. He has his reasons, but right now, in my eyes, is you want to stay in Dallas? Cool. You're taking a paycheck cut for sure. You need to take a paycheck cut because it's right now Dallas. Right now, with all the free agency, they have $97 million coming up this offseason. They have a lot of players to resign, and that's the thing. Like you got to take a look at it this way and see, okay, so where are we going from this? Where are we moving from that? From Dallas. But I think if Zeke doesn't take the paycheck cut, but he said he's willing to, then I'm sorry, bro, you
Yep.
got to go. We have to trade you. I'll trade you somewhere else. I'll trade you for draft picks if I have to, because that's Jerry Jones. That's how he likes to do, unless something is interesting for him.
I would
And
trade it for picks.
so that,
I
yeah,
would.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.
Let's take a look here. 2023 Chicago Bears. Talk to
Number
the
one,
Chicago Bears.
they do need a running back. But you think they're gonna drop? You really think they're gonna give that for Zeke? I don't know. You got Justin Fields and Zeke Elliott over there wouldn't be a bad idea. But then
Shit.
again, I don't know. Uh,
Yeah.
I- you know, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
The baby's
Baby's
crying.
awake. Yeah, she's hungry.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
we're gonna cut this short because baby's already awake right now too, guys. But
Yeah.
did he say anything at all, Gus, afterwards before we finish it?
Gus,
The,
actually, yeah, they say a lot of things. We got Joe Burrow is going to smash the Chief. Mahomes' ankles is not 100%.
I
I agree on
agree,
that.
bro. I agree with you guys.
Giants and Eagles are Tom Brady's kryptonite. He will have 10 if it wasn't for them. I agree
That
on.
is true, but I think the kryptonite is Giants overall. So and it's funny.
And then Angel showed up and said, "What time do the Cowboys play on
The same
Sunday?"
time your Patriots play, bro. Oh wait, you guys didn't make the playoffs because you made a dumbass throw backwards. I remember that against the Raiders. Okay, that's the same time, bro. But all right. Other than that, guys, is our time is up here today. We're ready to go. Thank you for joining another episode. We will see you again next time. Again, once again, here is our social media right below, Twitter account and the IG as well. Rafael today was being the producer and the music guy here. So it's time for me to say goodnight, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.